stop and keep it going, do it. Let's get it on, move it. Come on, baby, do it.
Let the speakers blow your mind.
Blow my mind, baby.
Let it go, here we go. Let that
Come on, yeah.
ready. This is some ground that feels so fine.
I'm fine.
Hello, Olesea. Thank you for being with us today.
Hi, my dear Elizabeth. It's an honor and pleasure to be your guest at CrossRoads. I thank God that we met through Red Diamond International Businesswoman Award. And I'm thankful to be here today with you and to be one of your friends.
Thank you. The same for me. It's my honor to know you, and I always remember the 2022 when you become the Red Diamond of the winner of all the categories.
My love to you.
My love to you too. Olesea, I know you were living in London. Were you studying there as well? Yes?
Yes, I'll try to make the long story short. Back in 2004, I believe it was February or the end of January, I went to UK. It was a very difficult way to get a visa for UK because I'm coming back from Moldova. My mother country is Moldova. So my dream was to go and continue my studies abroad, even though I was already doing the, I was at the State University of Moldova studying criminal law. Yes,
Wow.
I'm a licensed lawyer in criminology. This is one of my qualifications. So my dream was to go to continue my studies in UK. I have applied for a student visa, but for some criteria was quite difficult for non-EU citizens or citizens of third countries, if I may say so, unfortunately at that time.
Unfortunately, yes.
But I found a way. You know, we always find ways when we really aim for something. So I applied for a working permit. It was a long process. Finally, I had an interview with Home Office, which is Immigration Office in the UK. It's a very strict process. And back then I was 19, I believe, yes. I passed it from the first time, and we were a group of 20-something people. I was the first one to have the exams. I passed it, and I was so grateful. Well, I traveled to UK with the work permit. I started working in the City Hall. It's not in London, but my first week I spent in London before going for my job, for temporary job, let's say. And I had a very unfortunate, maybe even tragic at the time story. Right next to Piccadilly, at the Trocadero, my handbag has been stolen. And I had there my passport, my visa, all my savings, you know, because I was working from a quite young age and I was saving money. Even though I'm coming from a wealthy family, still I was very independent from an early age. So all my savings gone, my passport with visa gone, but the most important, because we didn't have mobile phones, mobile phones, I mean, with such features like iClouds and stuff to save all the information. I had my notebook, a small book, where I was writing all the contacts. And because I've traveled a lot before going to UK, I had contacts all around the world, so this was kind of tragic story for me at that moment. It took me some time to redo my passport, to make a new passport, let's say, through Brussels. Imagine a young girl speaking perfect French, a very little bit English, okay, speaking Russian, Romanian at that time, obviously. Being in a huge cosmopolitan city, without a passport, no ID, no visa, so who will take you for a job? Or thank God I had the work permit, so I was officially registered in the Home Office, in the immigration office. After this story, I had to travel to Hull, where I worked as a bartender. Yes, in the biggest Chinese restaurant in UK, in the whole Great Britain. It was a short experience of 3 weeks, but very difficult. I don't want to go into details because it's going to take us a week, I think. I was the only one European person working there. Everybody was Chinese who did not speak one word in English. And they really didn't like me for the reason that I was working official.
Okay.
I had a visa, I was paid the standard salary, social insurance, all the premiums, while, you know, they were kept us in slavery, if I may say. Very sad. Nevertheless, it was a great experience of my life. Very shortly after, I made an agreement with the owner of the restaurant, who tried to cheat on me on my salary and so on. And me being a lawyer and already having 3 hits back home, imagine, an artist who everybody knew me back home and not only. I told them that I'm going to find a lawyer, my dear friends. Yes. And then the story changed.
Of course.
We made an agreement that they will let me go, continue challenging myself, finding a job. I wanted to go back to London because I had a lot of friends back in time, and I still have now. And they let me go. They just let me go without cancelling my work permit. I'm very thankful for that, to be honest, because, you know, the relation between us wasn't very good. You understand?
Of course, yes.
They thought, oh, a young blonde girl from Moldova coming, she has nobody here. Nevertheless, God is with us. I believe in destiny. Nothing happens without reason. And I went to London. I moved to London. Oh my gosh, it was a very difficult time. The first 8 months, I would rather not try to remember it. Struggling and doing like 3-4 jobs, sleeping 2 hours maybe.
Did you have some friends there? Or
yes, I had friends, but everyone was young and searching for their future, you know. Mm-hmm. And you will be surprised. All of them were having high degrees, very intelligent people. I mean, finishing universities already. I mean, people who deserve more than just working as a builder or as a waitress and so on. But it's good. It's good to go through different experiences in life. Absolutely. So during these 8 months, because we speak about CrossRoads, about not only about happy moments, good roads, bad roads, so they're crossing. Roads. Yeah. I even had the time when I had to sleep in the bus station for some nights, let's say. Okay, I didn't look like a homeless person, and thank God the weather was good.
But it wasn't dangerous? to...
course it was dangerous. Of course it was dangerous. But when you are young, you know, and you aim for your dreams, you just go forward. I mean, without looking backwards, because the future is in front of us. Yeah.
Exactly.
If we look backwards, or we put the reverse way, we don't see the future. 19 years old, and you'll be surprised. My parents at the beginning didn't really want to let me go because I had everything back home, everything. I was already having a name, I was a successful singer, I had a good job, I was managing a big restaurant in a 5-star hotel. I had a nice car, I had a nice apartment, I already had 3 hits recorded, you know, which are in the archive of National Radio of Moldova. So anytime when my grandkids would like to listen to it, they will have the possibility to do this, you know. So let's come back to London. Sorry, I ran away from the subject.
Interesting. What's happened at your bus station?
Louder, come on, don't stop and keep it going, do it. Let's get it on, move it. Come on, baby, do it.
Let the speakers blow your mind.
Blow my mind, baby.
Let it go, here we go.
Come on, yeah.
Ready. This is on the ground that feels so fine.
What happened? Somebody let me down with the rent. Then somebody let me down, didn't pay me for the job. This is what happens when you are an immigrant, quite young, and people try to take advantage of you in very big cities. Well, it's unfair, but unfortunately, it does happen even in our days, even though we are in 21st century.
Yes,
I mean, not in the premises of 21st century, but
it's true.
it's a pity, but this is what's happening even in our days. So, passing these 8 months, nearly a year, working in shoe shop as well, one of the many jobs I experienced, not far from Harrods, I met a lady who liked me so much and invited me to the Christmas party of Lukoil company of the main office from London, yeah. There was an unforgettable experience. I will never forget that after so long time, I went for my salon manicure, finally getting some savings and putting back my beautiful outfit, one of the outfits I used to have when I used to perform back home, because on a daily basis, where would you wear such outfits? You know, you're going to work. I mean,
No heels, no.
so I was feeling like Cinderella. You know, wow, finally that moment happened. Finally, I'm going back into my previous life, you know, being treated as a star, let's say. Right after, I became as well a member of the Russian community in London. Well, Russian, ex-USSR community, Russian speaking, let's say. And as well, I was proposed to sing, because we had like these gathering evenings in some restaurant or maybe a pub, sometimes once a month or once 2 months. And I've been invited for an interview to a very serious radio station in London. And same time, I've been offered a collaboration to sing in a very small, cozy, but very posh restaurant in London, which is right beside Harrods on Beauchamp Place. It's 2 streets next to it, I think, 2 streets down. It's called Borscht and Tears. You cannot imagine. There are 3 or 4 tables. It's a very authentic restaurant, but that was really probably one of the most amazing experiences for getting that little start. Soon after, I've been offered a better offer to make a band and to perform for high-class Russian community, Russian-speaking community in UK. So, well, that was the process of going towards my artistic career as an artist, you know. Obviously, parallel, I was doing different jobs because just singing, it doesn't bring you a lot of income, and that doesn't happen every day.
Yes, sure.
So, of course, you would get paid well at those rich parties, but you have, to live in London at that age, being a lady and trying to as well look accordingly when you're going to those parties. I didn't have sponsors, and my parents never they helped me financially to get to UK, but I did everything on my own while I was there, and I never wanted them to know that I was going through hard times, because imagine what it means for a mother. It will break her heart.
Yeah.
So, parallel with my artistic career, I was doing several jobs in a row, barely sleeping, to be honest, and managing at the same time to write a book. I was writing a book about my life, which was a very interesting book. Why it was? Because this book was destroyed.
By whom?
By somebody who loved me very much.
We go to that.
Yes.
We go to that subject.
So, parallel with the book, I started writing lyrics. Same time, I joined. Same time, one of my jobs was in Gianni Ricci, which is an Italian brand, menswear. And at that time, I was working in the branch in the city area. You know, what are these old tall buildings in London?
Yes.
So, sometimes going for break, I met with the guys from the security, and they heard my story that I'm an artist back home, and oh my God, how did you end up here selling men costumes? But it was a very, very high class shop. I mean, you would pass a serious interview to get to work there.
I know.
You have to look accordingly to be able to behave
language.
accordingly, the language and
Etiquette.
and by the way, my English was much better at that time.
I believe you.
Because when you live among British people, you absorb this dialect, the accent, and even though, let's say, my experience was coming from the streets, okay, metaphorically, not from the streets, but not going to a university to learn the proper English, I consider my vocabulary was quite good, quite rich. So these guys told me about, actually, it was one guy. He told me that there is his niece or nephew, I can't remember right now. He told him about a project which was called Arco Project within Media Music Company connected to BBC, where they were searching for young talents, and the competition to pass into this project was tremendous, like 400 something people. And guess what? I went for it. I said, okay, I'll just go for it. I was always trying. If you don't try, you never know. Even if the doors are closing 100 times in front of you, you have to keep on knocking and go for it. You know, try. You never know when the door will open. One door will definitely open one day.
Yes, you must try.
So I remember very well, we had like 4 different tests. One of them was the diction, how you read, how you act. Then it was the singing, I believe. Then it was the piano and something else. Can't remember now. Maybe writing skills. And I will never forget Nixon Rosenberg. He was working with Mariah Carey in the past. He was my teacher for music industry. An amazing guy. Why I'm laughing? Because he was the one who was, when he was laughing, the whole building was shaking, you know. So, and I remember we sitting at this exam. It was him and another lady, um, Rachel Bennett, I think, yes. And she was our teacher for vocals. Um, and is the diction test. And at some point, he starts swinging on his chair and laughing like, I don't know, you know, I could see his
Earthquake.
I'm sorry, I could see his tonsils. I'm sorry to say that. I mean, in a good way.
Yes, I understand.
And then I stopped because I got blocked. You know, I thought he's making fun of me, you know.
Mhm.
And then I went very serious, like, excuse me, would you share with me, like, what are you laughing at? What would be the reason you're laughing while I'm reading? So he stopped. Then it took him a while to calm down. And then he's going like, you know what, Olesea, I would like to congratulate you because your English is much better than the English of some British people. Because they've seen so many during these auditions. So that made me relax, you know. And I passed. And from all this huge amount of people, 400 something, I can't remember exactly, we ended up with 28 people. 28 if I'm not wrong, because you know it's been like so many years ago. So 27 were, or 23, anyway, 99% were British and I was the only one foreigner.
Yes, from
And
third
guess what?
country.
Yeah, and guess what? Where are you from? Moldova. Maldives. No, I'm not from Maldives.
Moldova.
Not from Maldives. I'm from Moldova, guys. You know, Moldova is a small. Where is Moldova? And then you go
didn't
like,
know.
people don't know geography. So you start with pride telling them about your country, which is between Romania and Ukraine, in Eastern Europe, blah, blah, blah. So there was another great experience which led me to work in some musicals lately. I'm happy to say that at the end of this course, we managed to finish only few of us. Not everybody could finish the course for different reasons, but mainly they were saying it's difficult because it was really hard. I mean, come on, it's a serious project connected to BBC. I mean, it's not like kindergarten.
But I'm not surprised that you finished. So.
And I met some amazing people over there, you know. And one of the musicals I worked in was having the anti-racist message that we shouldn't judge people by their color or ethnicity, which, you know, it's a very painful subject in our days as well, the discrimination.
Yes.
So what else I would like to say? I did a lot of charity projects in UK. I was involved in different concerts, raising money for marathons, for deaf and blind kids, for kids with disabilities. And I'm proud to say that beside the fact that we were singing there, as well, I took some significant place in these events. And I met over there a lady, Mary Wonderwood, which I cherish. Bless her, she's not with us anymore, but I know she hears me because yesterday I was remembering those moments. At that time, she was already disabled. She's one of a very famous actress in UK in the past, and she saw me within this huge crowd, even though I was the only one foreigner. Again, you know, most of these projects, I was the only foreigner, but I was always fighting for my dreams, aiming, going through difficult times, going through a lot of challenges. And she introduced me to Leatherhead Theatre, and you know, so and so on. It's connected. I think to some of your other questions, I believe.
Yeah, we will.
So I think that's it about London experience. I could go on and on for hours, but
Yeah.
I think I said enough. So I thank London. I thank UK for those years and for that great and amazing experience. Summertime and the living gets easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton gets high. Your dad is rich and your man is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings.
How did you end up in Cyprus?
Very shortly after I left UK, in 2 months, I went back home. I realized that I cannot live there, but one of my childhood dreams was to live by the sea in a huge white house with a beautiful garden and have many kids. So dreams come true. I'm in Cyprus and you're not going to believe my office is right on the first line. I see the sea from my desk every day.
I think it was my dream to live where is sea, to have a sea view. And you see, I live also in Cyprus because our dreams was the same.
You see, people don't meet without reason. And more than this, I was conceived in the sea. My parents, they worked in the sea when they were young. So they conceived me, and then probably it's coming from that time. And my husband, it's a professional captain pilot for ships. So again, we're coming back to the
Surrounded
sea, you
with
know?
the sea regarding everything.
Yes, exactly.
I'm curious, why did you decide not to pursue your career in London to become a famous singer? Because you have an amazing voice, and I'm just surprised about that.
Thank you very much for your appreciation. Definitely, I did my best. As you understood already from my previous story, that I did my best to reach for that dream. Of course, I did a lot of things. I was involved in many projects. Even though I did everything what was in my power, in my hands, and having always God by my side, because I believe a lot in God. I'm not religious, but I'm very spiritual person. You know, destiny is prescribed for each of us. And God knows better than anybody what we need in that certain moment and that certain place. Sometimes we ask for things which we don't need. So many things happened which were giving me the sign that I shouldn't go forward for that certain purpose. I believe probably I've been rescued from something not good. This is my belief. Maybe God rescued me, protected me from something not good.
I think the same way. If something happened and at some point I feel sad, that why I wanted so, and after I'm always thinking that the God protects me from something. So even like in that moment, I think it's bad, but in the end, I believe it's for good that God and universe always protecting us.
And more than this, I will add to what you said, completely agree, positive about it. We find out the answers much later. Answers coming, even though in that certain moment you think like it's a tragic moment and situation, and you have many whys, why, but the answer is coming
Always.
so as long as we do what is in our hands, and more than that, and things are not happening, they're not happening for a certain reason.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And how did you feel when someone tried to close doors on your path to become a famous artist?
We're talking about UK now, huh?
Yes, we go back again a bit.
I reached a very famous program, which is worldwide program, Britain's Got Talent. Okay, at the time was okay. I went for the audition. I passed the audition. More than that, I've been called immediately afterwards, and I've been told that I'm a very talented person, and the main producer, let's say, of this project would like to see me personally. I will not go into names. I've been invited to the house of this person. I showed my songs, which I already had. I've sang some songs, and I've been welcomed very nicely. I have been appreciated highly, and I've been told that they will call me. And very shortly after, I received a message, which was an invitation for a date. And I'm talking about the lady. And because I'm straight. Well, everyone is different. I
Respect to
I have my way, the traditional way. So I refused, at which I received the second invitation into a very luxury hotel, and and I refused again, politely. And then the third time, I've been warned that wherever I will go in UK, the doors will be closed for me. And this is what happened. At the beginning, I took it as a joke, but then I realized it became serious, because when I was going to big auditions, big musicals, and they were so impressed with me, but the top had to check to approve. So when my name was coming over, they had to cross it, and then I was coming back all ready to sign the contract, because they were inviting me, and then they would be informed like, no way, she can't continue. And I remember very well this meeting in Leatherhead Theatre. They sat with me. Actually, he was a gentleman. He was the producer of the musicals in that certain theater. He couldn't look me in the eyes. And I asked him, can you please tell me the truth? And he said, you know the truth. I don't have to tell you. And then I asked him, is it a lady behind?
Mm-hmm.
He just shake his head. He approved it. He couldn't even look into my eyes, I could feel tears would come from his eyes, because that was so not fair. To kill a talent.
She just sat there and destroyed destinies because of her own interest.
Yes.
I'm very sad that that kind of people can control, and I think in all over the world, it's many of this kind of situation.
Very unfair, but what to do? Life is life. But that didn't kill me. It made me stronger. Maybe I would not be here today, you know what I mean?
Are you planning to continue your career as a singer, or your content is like business?
Well, I will make a small introduction because, sorry, I can't keep it quiet. So, I would like to come back to 21st century to my friend Victoria, who convinced me to take place in Red Diamond, because you contacted me, but I had my doubts, like, why do I need it? You know, I'm doing very well. I don't need this kind of, at that time I was thinking entertainment, you know. But thank God, honestly, thank God I did accept, and thank God, Victoria, hello, and thank you for convincing me to go for it. So I met you, and then
Anything you want done, baby. 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 Do it naturally.
wow, after you heard my voice, you came like an angel in my life who convinced me to perform on stage on that certain event because it was for me like coming back to something I love doing, which it's a part of me, you know. And you really convinced me to go on stage and to perform. I had a lot of doubts in myself because we're all humans, you know, and when we try to do our best, we always have doubts, and we overthink. We are women, we overthink always. And I did perform, and I did taste that beauty of being on stage, that crazy energy. And plus, when I won, you know, I was overwhelmed. I couldn't believe. I mean, because the group of ladies who were in the competition, I would not say competition, they're all worthy to have the award. Honestly, they're all unique and all amazing ladies who pursued a lot of stages in their life, and they really deserve to have the award, you know.
Indeed, yes.
Probably that day the stars were on my side. And you know, that was the first step into coming back. And then last year, thank of you again for inviting me as special guest to Red Diamond Awards 2023. Already I came as a special guest.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more responsible position. We prepared a small program, which I believe everyone enjoyed. And honestly, I lived that moment to the max. The moment I was on stage, I just forgot about all the worries, about everything.
Welcome to the 4th Red Diamond annual ceremony.
And Elizabeth, one special, personal, huge thank you for that. And of course, I'm not stopping there. I will be coming with a surprise, which nobody knows. Actually, it's in the premiere right now. Yes, I'm working on that, and I'm sure it's going to be booms. I mean, we're not going for small things, yeah? We are not anymore at that stage. We have to do a proper thing. And I pray that everyone is going to enjoy it. You know, Tina Turner, she went through a long way in her life. She's one of my strongest idols. And her biggest career started when? At the age of 45. So I'm still younger.
Yeah.
So, you know.
No, when I first time I hear your voice, I was feeling so sad that because you're not on stage, the real place for you is a stage, because you feel the energy, people feel the energy, and when you are on the stage, it's like fire. That's why I was pushing you, I was asking you to do that, because you belong to stage. It's very sad to live this life with this kind of voice and energy and to be on the business sector. So that's gonna be a tragedy for us.
What you say means the world to me, and thank you so much. Because when I'm on stage, I feel that people feel me. I'm being myself. I'm not trying to fake it. I just give my heart to everyone, and I can see
The feedback.
the feedback. It's unbelievable. So
Because it's you.
it's a talent from God. And if you are given a talent, you must use it. You must work on it. Because otherwise it's not good. It's going the wrong way, you know.
So I'm very happy that I'm gonna wait for your premiere, and I'm sure people will surprise when they see
Thank you, my
what kind of woman is just sitting behind the business and not doing what she can do. Like, wow.
Thank you. So in addition to what I have said above, business, I respect the business I've been introduced to by my husband. I respect a lot this business. I learned it. I work hard on it. And, you know, business is a source of getting good education, stability, comfort, the ability to help others.
Yes.
But singing and arts, because I've been dancing 14 years as well, professionally, by the way. It's a part of my heart, of myself, which nobody can take it away. I believe it will be with me until the last breath. As long as I have voice and I can sing, I will do it. No matter where, how, and for whom. It will be always from my heart.
I want to be there always.
Yeah!
Olesea, what are your thoughts on women friendship?
Okay, it's a nice subject. You know, we have a saying, my best friend is my pillow, yeah? Because I can cry there, laugh there, scream there. But at the end of the day, we definitely need a soulmate, a true friend, female. Because we are special creatures of God who understand things completely differently from what men understand when we talk to them,
Yeah.
and where we can share very, very secret moments which we can't share even with our partners, husbands, best friends, male, let's say. Maybe some moments which we're complexed about or which we fear about, yeah. So friendship for me is recognized by time. It cannot appear overnight. Why by the time? Because it's not only about good things, it's mainly about the bad times when you are there for each other. Of course, in every friendship, female friendship, there are fights as well. It's like a family member. I believe where everything goes smooth, something is wrong. It means those people are not alive. For me, a live friendship is where there are debates, sometimes discussions, even can take place strong arguments, but where there are two soulmates which understand each other, support each other, they will always find a way for a nice discussion and find a negotiation and hear each other, not just to listen, to hear each other. This is very important.
So you believe in women friendship?
Yes, I believe. Yes, I believe. Even though maybe I didn't have the greatest experience in the past, where I gave my heart, my soul, my everything, because I'm a very devoted person, honest, straightforward. But, you know, after healing your soul a little bit, even though the scars are still there, you must give the opportunity and the chance to another friendship to grow.
But why do you think men tend to be more supportive of each other than women?
Well, first of all, men are more realistic, yeah? They have less expectations. And the fact that they forgive and they forget much easier. You know, some men, they don't even observe when the wife is changing the color of her hair. So they're less observative, let's say. Okay, there are some exceptions of men, but I think this is a bit of too much. I'm not talking about that part of the world. So they don't expect too much. They, like as women do, they are more realistic on the ground rather than flying in the sky and being dreaming so much. And yeah, they forgive easier. And I believe a man, this is my personal opinion, in a man's world, he's number one. Then goes what he likes to do or where he feels comfortable and happy. And the third comes the family. I might be wrong. It's my own opinion from my own experience. I don't speak about everyone yet. But to be honest, in our days, this ideology starts to change, unfortunately. Why I say unfortunately? Because I believe it's more about the background, the education, and as we say, the 7 years from home. Because back in time, men were taught to be the hunter, the hero, the man, the column of the house, you know, the base of the house. In our days, these ideologies, unfortunately, are changing. I don't want to speak specifically about what's going on, but we all know we are not kids anymore and we understand what I'm trying to deliver.
But you don't think women have fault also for this change? Women change a lot. And
why women changed a lot? Because primarily, the man was the strong one. Why did the man let the woman take on her shoulders heavy weight in order to become strong?
Women wanted that.
I don't think so. Because it primarily was rule one, and if this rule would be respected and followed, I don't believe women would become as strong as they are today. And to be honest, our world is ruled. You can't even imagine the percentage of women which are ruling this world right now. And yeah, it's nice to see, like, come on, we talk about strong women now, yeah? But life makes you like that. Why life makes you like that? Because some environment makes you like that. We can go on about this subject many hours, but in my opinion, in my personal opinion, again, I don't push it to anybody. Men didn't follow the classic, the traditional way. At some point, somewhere things went wrong, and therefore the woman had to take over a lot of other responsibilities. And this is how slowly the woman became powerful, because she realized she can do it, and she can do more than that. And besides this, even today we face this problem. Women are not appreciated at the same level as men anywhere, everywhere you go. It's a big problem. And women trying to prove that they can do. And that's why the conflict is arising. That's why we have so many strong women today.
But I believe when they do that, I think that kind of man, they don't have enough self-confidence. Because man who have a self-confidence, he will be proud of his women. He will feel very good that his women can do so many things at the same time. And I think the ones which are weak, they're afraid of strong women.
Well, men are as well humans as women, yeah? We're all humans, and they have their own fears, complexes. Oh, the list is huge. And, a woman, when she delivers a baby, how many bones are opening? I can't remember now exactly the number. But physically, a woman is stronger. Psychologically, a woman is stronger.
It's true.
And at that weak moment, when the men showed the weakness, the woman took over. And then she understood she's stronger. Did I answer your question? Sorry. The big factors as well which influenced that women become stronger is because of the society, education, schools, families, the example in the family, So it's not only we are born and we know immediately who is stronger and who is weaker. Is the society who makes us like this. Yes. So we have to look a little bit deeper into that.
Each country is different, each mentality is different.